In this episode, we're going to look at today we're going to look at being export ready. Being export ready. You know, most people do not understand what we mean by being export ready. So many people have said, I want to become an export, I want to start exporting product. They really not know that they need to become export ready so that they can be able to learn everything that is needed to export their products across any country. So today we're going to look at becoming export ready, what you need to know and what you need to learn. If you're here, just give a wave. The audio is mute, so you can be able to comment. So first, I'm going to share the screen. So follow me where I share the screen so that you will learn in bit. And don't forget to follow the YouTube channel at Economics so you can be able to download this video and watch at your convenience. I'm going to share the screen right now. Okay, we are live here now, and this is our slideshow. So you're welcome to Economic, and today we are going to look at the ultimate guide to non-oil exploitation business, how you are going to start exploitation business in Nigeria. So don't get twisted. I'm your person. You can read about me and follow me on all my social media channels at Economic, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube. Ensure that you follow my page, my channel on YouTube, and subscribe and click on the default link, see first, so that anytime I release new video, you will be able to download and watch at your convenience. So here is all about my social media channels at Economic. Don't mind the name Economic. I know many people will be like, why are you answering Economic? That's what many people used to think. When they say, why are you answering Economic? I say, that's my name. So you're welcome, and stay tuned. The forum will still be interactive forum, but I wouldn't want to have anybody to be able to be discussing right now. So after this moment, we are going to allow it for people to be able to discuss. So today, we are going to look at becoming export ready. What do you see to be export ready? Please, if you have joined, ensure that you mute your audio. Ensure that you mute your audio. If you have joined, ensure that you mute your audio so that you will not disrupt us. So in this module, you will be presented with 4 problems which you will have to address and think about from the perspective of an SME, that's a small scale business owner. So we need to look at these problems and how this problem affects you and what you need to do to be able to succeed and become export ready. So the first thing you have to do is the exporting mindset. Exporting mindset. Have you prepared your mind to export products? Have you prepared your mind to export products? So when you have this exporting mindset, it starts from your mind first. Your mind is the first place that shows that you are ready to export a product. Now, the next thing you have to know is all about meeting the needs of the target market. The needs of the target market are important. If you can be able to meet the need of the target market, you can be able to find out the products that are able to sell and how fast this product will sell. The next thing is meeting the needs, financing the export plan. So without every business requires financing. So if you're able to start an export business, you have to look at what is going to cost you, how much do you need to get started on the exportation, and what you need to do to get started on exportation. The next thing you have to look at is assessing exporting skills. What skills do you have already? Is it management skills? Is it advertisement skills? Is it being able to draft your plan, business plan development So these things are important. We move to the next. Now, here are key takeaways. Once you are able to complete this training today, you'll be able to gain an awareness of the need to be export ready and what this means in practice, such as having a certain mindset before embarking on any export venture. Also, you have to identify the key considerations involved in product readiness. Which product are you selecting? This includes adaptation of new markets, packaging, labeling, and also your production capacity. That is, if you are producing, how much capacity will you be able to produce? And also requires you to determine the different areas for which financial resources will be required in preparing and executing your export plan. You also have to identify different skills that you need to start exporting and determine how or where to obtain these skills. So there are challenges an exporter face every day. Every exporter, they face challenges, and these challenges are not just for one person. It's not just for one person. People face these challenges on daily basis. I don't know who keeps calling me. So on this day, a number of factors you have to consider. One of those things are like knowing that your goods needs to cross borders. Understanding that this goods needs to cross borders, you don't have to package it anyhow, and also find out your cost structure. How am I going to be able to make this costing of this product? What are really involved in this costing of this product? And also receiving payment. How are you going to receive your payment? And cultural and language differences, your trade and border infrastructure, mistakes and mishaps. So becoming export ready, before you export any product, before you say that you want to go into exportation of any product, you need to create the right mindset in your enterprise. Also educate yourself and your team, which is if other people are working with you, educate them what it means for that your company is going into exportation, what everybody needs to be doing, and the skills that are expected from each and every one of them. And also you have to consult others. There are too many other people you need to consult, and you also have to develop an export strategy. So the next slide we have to look at is your products and your production capacity challenges. For instance, everybody that needs to produce or to export a product always faces these challenges. Let's look at some of the typical products and production problems that a prospective exporter could face when devising an export strategy. One of these things are products that are selling locally may not have an appeal on international market. For example, what we mean by this is that there are products we know that are selling really fast in the country, but in international market, nobody has need for it. For instance, there's a tree that grows in the north, Guiaro tree. This tree, they said it cures every fever, malaria, typhoid, and the rest. But in the north, people know about this tree, but even in the south, not everybody knew about this tree. So despite the large number of the herbs available in the country, this herb is not known internationally. So looking at using this herb as a product, does this product have an appeal on the global market? Do outsiders need this product? How will you package this product and send out to them? And how often can you be able to get these products? So also another challenge is that there are products that may not be suitable for exportation due to the packaging and labeling requirements. So how you package your product and labeling also affects a product acceptance. For instance, you want to export a product to a Francophone country, which is a French-speaking country, and your labeling are written in English. So you can discover that you cannot be able to easily interpret what is said on the label, because when you talk about writing your product name and everything and what it does in English, it will be like, here is like, for instance, when I went to the Republic and I was looking for where I can eat after I've lodged in the hotel. It's a francophone country. Everybody speaks French, and I don't know how to speak French. So I was trying to ask around anybody I met on the way. I said, please, I'm looking for where to eat. They will say francophone, francophone. I was like, what does that mean, francophone? Everybody is saying francophone. They don't even understand English. And I was like trying to find someone that can direct me to where I will get something to eat, until I met someone that speaks English, and the person said that these people don't understand English. So imagine you are bringing a product to such place and that don't understand English. They will just look at the label, and once they look at the label, they will throw it aside. They don't know what it is. So the product may not have an appeal. People will not need the product, or people don't know what it does. So the next challenge is products require export license. There are some products that you want to export, but you cannot export them because they require some certain licenses and permits. For instance, there are some, if you're exporting product to USA, Canada, UK, some of the product requires Food and Drug Administrative license, FDA license. And this FDA license is not easy to get by. Most time, the cost of procuring this FDA license is very, very cumbersome, and the processes you have to pass through. So in selecting your product, you need to consider, is this product easily acceptable? What are the licenses that I will need to send out this product? So when you look at the licenses that you require, it means that there are things that you need to consider. For instance, you may start as an SME, because we are talking about using SME as a benchmark here. Now, using that at SME, it means that you're running a small scale business. So your money is not that huge to finance your operations. So for you to select your product that you want to export, you need to consider how much and what are the licenses this product requires. Does it require license, or does it not require license? Can I easily send this product across, or I need to acquire certain documents before I can be able to send the product across? So the next challenge is that some products do not meet the safety standard of an export market. Every market have its own safety standard. The safety standard of a product, it varies by country, and these are mandatory standards. Just like in Nigeria, we have Standard Organization of Nigeria, we have NAFDAC. So if these products are coming into the country, does it meet their standard, and how will you be able to do this? We have talked about how to be able to do this in the first module last week, when we talk about exportation market research, how you can be able to do your market research, know if your product will be able to easily be accepted in the country that you're exporting it to. So if you have missed the last module, please follow my YouTube channel. New market research is there. Then you have to download it and watch, so that you can find out and learn how you can be able to export your product and the standard and requirement if you met those requirements. So your packaging and labeling, we have also already talked about packaging and labeling as a requirement of an export market. So countries differ by labeling, in which I have already highlighted this in so far. So next slide is about your capacity, production capacity. If you say you are going to send this product, and how often can you be sending this product? How often, if people place orders for this product, how often will you be able to deliver this product to them? Please, sorry, people keep calling and calling and calling. All right. So on the average, exporters tends to be larger than domestic orders. So if you're exporting a product, have it in mind that buyers are requesting for products that are in tons. What I mean by in tons, not in kg, like 1 kg, 2 kg. They are requiring products that are in tons, in containers, in sacks. So these are what you need to consider. If I said I want to export cashew nuts, am I sure that I can be able to be getting these cashew nuts every week? And what is the frequency of getting these cashew nuts, in case I have orders that are above more than what I expected? So let's look at some questions you need to ask yourself. Why some export readiness problem can be remedied with time and effort, others are more intractable. So which of the following export readiness issues are likely to be solved? And mean that the company should not attempt to engage in exporting. What this is all about is, what are the problems you think you can solve? And if you can be able to solve this problem, that means you can now be able to say, okay, I'm ready to venture into exporting, or I'm not ready yet to venture into exporting. Number one is packaging and labeling. Number two is product characteristics and technical standards. Number three is unique local products with no appeal in other markets. Number four is poor production capacity due to difficult to source raw materials. So if you can be able to answer these questions by yourself, you cannot be able to decide if you are ready to venture into exportation, or if you are not ready yet to enter into exporting products. Like your packaging and labeling, product characteristics, and meeting the technical standards, and your production capacity, they are all what is needed to look into. So achieving export readiness, we look at achieving export readiness. Achieving export readiness, what is it? How will you be able to achieve export readiness for your product and production capacity? So how will you be able to do this? You have to do this by focusing yourself on intra-African exports. What do I mean by intra-African exports? The intra-African export is all about exporting products to countries that are closer to your country. For instance, we have Nigeria, and Nigeria is close to Togo, Benin Republic, because right from Lagos, you have moved to Togo, you have moved to Benin Republic. We also have Cameroon, where you can move from Calabar, your products have moved inside to Cameroon. So this point is focusing yourself on, focus your attention on these close by nations or these close by countries, so that you can be able to export your product without much cost on you. So there are some things you need to understand. The African Free Continental Trade Area will help you in exporting to neighboring countries. How will they do this? They're going to facilitate trade within the African nations. Let's talk about these people. The African Trade Nation is trying to facilitate exportation trade between the African nations. So once they be able to achieve this, that means you're going to have a low tariff charge, meaning if your tariff is high, they will intervene and give you waive out some taxes away from you. Some of the fees you have to pay, custom duties, the AFCFTA, we waive those things out so that you can be able to export and learn how to export. What we are trying to do in the nation is to encourage everybody into becoming an exporter. So we are trying to see how we can start within our neighboring countries, and we now expand to Europe, Asia, and other countries. So you have to also look at the satisfaction. Does your product satisfy the taste and preferences of your chosen market? If you have chosen a market to export, maybe you have chosen Ghana. What product are you exporting to Ghana? Is this product going to satisfy the people of Ghana? How sure are you that this product will satisfy Ghana? We have already looked at this in our export market research, where you're able to do your research about the product you want to export. And from that research, you can be able to determine that this product meets the standard, and this product is what they're looking for. Another thing is to achieve is permits and your licenses. You need to be able to get your licenses in place. Like I talked about the Export Promotion Council, you'd have to be a member of the Export Promotion Council. And also you have to be a member of some chambers of commerce in your country. You also have to assess your product before you export. So assessing your product, you have to assess it before you product. So you need to contact or visit, and visit the relevant authorities or service providers in your country to conduct this. Why I mention your country, because in this forum, we have people from other countries that are joining me in my programs. So you also have to, that is why I said in your country. So the Bureau Veritas, this organization helps you in assessing your products to see if it meets the market demand. Also, there are requirements to determine the technical standard of your product. If you have been able to acquire all these requirements on your product, you can be able to assess yourself if you are ready to start exporting. So let's look at the next challenge. which is the challenge of finance. Every exporter faces this challenge. The challenge of finance is a very major and huge challenge every exporter faces. This challenge of finance is all about the money, the amount of money you will need to venture into exportation. The products, the requirements, the documents, the permits and licenses, all of these things cost money. But if you are not be able to walk through the challenge of this finance, you may not be able to venture into exportation. So I'm going to share with you how to be able to go about the challenge of finance in exporting your product. Over here, we have some ways you can be able to bypass this challenge of finance. One is research and consultancy. When you are developing your export market, it requires investment in research and advice. That means there are some people you have to meet. It involves you paying them. You have to pay them to be able to do some research for you. And this thing requires money for you to do. In-market visit. In addition to this, you to do your research and consultancy, you have to visit some markets. Some of these local markets, you have to visit them where they are and find out how much is the local cost of this product and what are the quantity of this product. How can I be able to meet this product and how often can they get you this product? And the third one is product adaptation. Product adaptation. This product adaptation is as a result of you have to take your product if it adapts to your need. If the product adapts to your need, that means you can be able to get your product right. We also look at promotions. It may be necessary to spend everything you have, but you have to do promotion. And there are places you do this promotion, people don't know about these promotions. So you can use Facebook on your promotions, such as when you do your advertisement on Facebook, you target the countries you want. And these countries can help you to determine if you can be able to get importers across in the nation. Excuse me. Sorry for the interruption. Don't people keep calling and keep testing. Sorry for the interruption. So the next we are looking at is your increased stock and also payment terms. How will buyers be able to make payment? Because most of these things, buyers will love to pay you in 90 days time, and you don't have such money to execute business and wait for 90 days before you receive your payment. So it's a big backlog on you. So we are going to look into how to be able to bypass this challenge of finance. So to be able to cross the challenge of finance, we look at access to finance and readiness to export. Access to finance and readiness to export. Access to finance and readiness to export as an SME, there are some steps you need to follow. There are some steps you need to follow to be able to access finance and become ready to export. One of these steps are affirm your determination to export, information gathering, gather information on your management, shareholders, or bank that can engage you or lend you some money. Create an export plan. I kept talking about this in different trainings. I say you need to have your export plan. For you to go to bank and ask bank to give you a loan, you must submit to them your exportation business plan. Without your export plan, bank can be able to give you a loan. So if you need a business plan after this meeting, my phone number is here. Please chat me up or call me, and I can be able to develop an export plan for you, and also identify other sources of financing and apply for phased funding. Just like the NEPC with the federal government, they released a 5 billion export finance plan for exporters, and this money are only accessible to those who have already registered with Nigeria Export Promotion Council as exporters. So these are some of the things that government is also doing to enable people to get into the exportation business proper. So there are opportunities if you can be able to grab them. So now I ask the question, what if you cannot access financing at all? What if you cannot access financing at all? It means banks are not ready to give you finance, are not ready to support your business, families are not ready to support your business, friends are not ready to sponsor you. So there are some things you have to do. You have to try and approach an export agent. An export agent who can carry your products on agency basis. That means if you have an order, you have a request, somebody place an order and say, we need 1 container load of shoe, and you don't have the money to execute such. What do? You have to approach an agent and say, okay, I have this deal. Can we strike this deal? Let me give you this offer. You execute this offer and give me my commission. It's another way to get started without you using your money to run the project, without you stressing yourself looking for where to get the loan. So you can search for buyers, and when you get these buyers, you just approach an agent and give the agent the offer. You sign the deal and you make your money without disturbing yourself. So in this way, as you're making your money and working on commissions, you have already learned how to get buyers, and also you have already learned you have already gotten some money in your business, so you can use it to expand your business. And the more you keep doing that, the more you are expanding on your business. So let's look at this case study. This case study is about Ichuku Dreamland Tigre. Ichuku Dreamland Tigre. It's a case study we want to use as example on what we are talking about on financing and how we should go about our export financing. So Ichuku started her business, a Dreamland Tigre, in Umuahia in 2004. And she has only 4 souls and 100,000 naira of her own savings. So this went well. And by the following year, her business had expanded to 50 souls. So in 2008, she signed her first major contract and became a supplier to Pick n Pay. That is a large retail business. And this enabled her to further growth in her business. And in 2011, she was able to access financing to purchase a large farm and expand her operation. So today, she exports her produce across African continent. So as this Drichuku's case, what do you think Drichuku did? Question. We have these 2 questions here. You have to select only one as the answer. So as an SME with a limited amount of cash available for export, and the company contacts you, ask whether they contact you, an advisor to ask whether the little money the company has would be better invested to get its product export ready or to conduct market research, identify export opportunities. So if you are the advisor, what will you advise this person? Let's say, come to me, you met an export advisor and say, okay, sir, I have 100,000, I have 200,000, and I want to go into exportation business. What will you advise me? Will you advise me to use this money to make my product to be export ready, or will you advise me to use this money to conduct a market research, identify export opportunities? So I would like you to select the answer. You answer this by yourself and WhatsApp me and message me what your feedback is. Then I can be able to tell you how to go about the feedback that you have gotten. Because most people, when they want to go into exploitation, they just feel like once they have a little money, they just want to go all in and start exporting. And the little money they have will hang on the air, because you have to, first of all, invest in export market research before they start investing in their product to become ready to exportation, because information is all about exportation. Once you can be able to gain big information about your product, that is when you can be able to export your product. So let's look at another challenge: lack of adequate skills to export. Many people don't have the skills to export the product. So this becomes a huge problem because they don't have the skills to export their product. What are these skills? Well, some of the following as examples of export skills are: you have to select one or more of them. What are the export skills you need to have? Preparation of instructions for freight products, marketing, arranging marine insurance, researching non-tariff measures, accounting and financial management. Those things are skills. Negotiating letters of credit, those things are skills. And also negotiating international agency and distributor agreements. These things are exploitation skills that you need to learn. How will you do this? You need to use Google, and Google, if it's on marketing, how will I market my product in different nation? And if it's on negotiating letters of credit, first of all, you have to learn what is letter of credit and how you'll be able to use your letter of credit in using accepting letter of credit. Because if you don't understand letter of credit, I'll see how will you be able to tell the buyer that I'm going to accept these letters of credit. In the next forum, we're going to talk about what the letter of credit is. And because all the export offers you see, you mostly see bank guarantee, letters of credit, PPLL. We're going to explain all these terminologies, Incoterms. So you'll be able to know what are the skills that you need to learn, because these skills are very, very vital before you export your product. So lack of these skills will affect your business heavily. A lot of these skills is going to affect your business heavily because many people underestimate the specialized skills involved. So this may result in them simply delegating the exporting role to unqualified people in their organization. I have been able to get some people to get started on this expedition business. What did they do? They sincerely opened up to me. They called me and they opened up to me and said, sir, the truth is that I have gone through the trainings, I have learned everything, but I am too engaged to be able to do the business. I said, I'm too engaged. That means they don't have time to invest into the business. So they are too engaged to get business done. So what did I do? I create a platform where you can subscribe 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. You will subscribe. And once you subscribe, just like, DSTV, you subscribe to watch their every channels. But once you subscribe, what do? We handle all the whole exploration processes for you, looking for customers, preparing for products, preparing pro forma invoice, running promotions for the business to be able to attract a customer. So these are things that we do. So many people that came up to me and they opened up, I gave them the platform, they were able to subscribe and they started getting buyers. They started getting order because they are getting the correspondence in their mail also. As you are seeing the correspondence, they are also getting the correspondence of buy leads that they are getting. So most of these people don't know that we need to invest time in this exploitation business. We are all busy and so we don't have time to do this. We are busy at work. You have to invest your time, invest everything. Like I said, it's an online business. You have to be on the net. Check on the platform. There are international platforms, which global buyers online. Every day there are offers coming up online. So you have to be able to do this because without you having these skills, it may already lead to a disaster. So SMEs often do not possess the following skills when embarking on an export drive. What are these skills? These skills are market development. How will you develop the market? Working with statistics, trade indicators, understanding market entry strategies, and how to negotiate sales contracts, especially when having to use terminology such as Incoterms and other payment methods. Also, they don't understand international logistics, how it works, the ability to do an export landing cost using Incoterms, understanding and using international transport documents, working with a freight forwarder, and working with international freight companies, and also international payment. What are the methods of payment we're going to accept, managing payment risk, and working with exchange control. How much am I exchanging? How much is my exchange rate? And how much are they paying me? And what is the current exchange rate? So these are the things. And also we looked at here, we look in this place, developing skills to become export ready. So I said there are 3 important steps to take in the process of becoming export ready. One is to join an export promotion group, such as the NEPC, Nigeria Export Promotion Council. You need to be affiliated with this council. 2 is identify freight forwarders. Find out the freight forwarders in your where you are and work with them. And 3, financial institutions such as banks. These banks provide free education also. They also provide every other thing that has to do with payment to enable you to facilitate your product. For example, this letter of credit, a buyer says that he wants to put through letter of credit. What did that mean? They will send you a bank guarantee. The buyer will send a bank guarantee, and your bank will receive the bank guarantee, and they will check the account of the buyer if the buyer is able to pay for this product. And from that, your bank will also send back a note to the buyer's bank indicating that this person is going to pay, is buying a product from your country and is using this bank guarantee. But in case of anything, you have to forward the money to your bank so that your bank will now pay you. So here are some questions I want you to answer. SMEs most times do not have to do everything themselves when it comes to exporting. So these questions, you have to look at them by yourself and answer them sincerely by yourself. It's either you agree with the statement, you say yes or no. And I want you to send me your answers. I want you to send me your answers because you are going to see my number. You have my number, most of you. If you don't have my number is 0811-4933-667. So you can be able to call me and send me your answer. Don't forget to follow the YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow the YouTube channel where you can be able to download this meeting, you download this training so that you can watch it over and over again, really understand what we have learned so far. And in case you have some questions, we are going to unmute the group where some people will interact in this season. You ask your questions and we look at these questions together. And also, I know I facilitate these trainings. If you are yet to join in any of my export training, kindly do so and be part of these trainings. And I have an export readiness checklist. The export readiness checklist is a checklist to, if you answer this checklist, it determines whether you are ready or not to start exporting products. So this checklist is going to assist you in exporting, know if you are ready and everything you need to do is ready to export a product. So to get a copy of the export readiness checklist, please call my number, and you can also WhatsApp my number for a copy of the export readiness checklist. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel to download this training and watch over again. Thank you so much. As I see you next time as we embark again on next Sunday. We embark on next Sunday on exportation business. So this is going to be one of the best programs we have seen so far.